Hi, and welcome to the Angel Advisory for the week of November 22nd to the 28th. This week feels to me like it is a week for balance within our lives. It's a healing week, or one that should be a healing week where we take care of ourselves and we seek to find balance, to be grounded and to just be present within ourselves, not sort of have so many cares. There is a lot of chaos going around in the world around us, not only on a global scale but on a local scale. And it is very important right now that we stay centered, we stay calm and bright. And when I say calm and bright, I am meaning centered in ourselves, grounded, but bright, so that we are shining our light, shining our compassion, our kindness, our love out into the world and boosting up the vibration of all of those around us. So midweek this week, we have the full moon happening. And this full moon is in the house of Gemini, and it is about balancing the scale. So we should start to feel some balance coming into our lives, and that anyways. And it's also a releasing moon, so we are releasing anything which no longer serves us. So this is the moon where either things are shown to us that were hidden, or it's like it's just bringing that back into balance, and it's giving us the opportunity to release those things that no longer serve, that no longer fit us. But here we are stuck in a rut, and we just keep doing the same thing over and over. And we always expect a different outcome, but it never happens. So this week is just really about self-love and healing love. So I would like to take a moment right now for us all to collectively send out healing to the whole world, to our communities and to our global community, because we all really need that this week. Excuse me. A little bit of a frog this morning because I have not been talking yet. So today I'm going to draw some cards from the Daily Guidance from Your Angels. This is a deck that I don't personally use an awful lot. I love the cards in it. I do post them on my Pick a Card on the site, but it's not one that I've used for a while now. So I thought, what a great day to bring it out and just see what messages our angels have for us in the week ahead, for the week coming up. So we'll just give them a little shuffle here. Oh, and there's one that's flown out already. Oh, see only love. This is such a great card. See only love. And it is really a difficult thing to do when there's all of this stuff going on in the world. It is really hard to see only love. And this goes not just for the people who are the victims of this chaos that's happening in our world, but it also goes for the ones who are having this chaos, that are causing this chaos. It also goes beyond that. It goes beyond to, with the advent of social media and with the news and that, we get a lot of negative. Well, it's about seeing the love in that and recognizing that it is fear that they are feeling. And by us having a reaction to that, we are then placing ourselves in fear and not coming from our balance and our center of love. So see only love. The little message on the card is, look past the seeming errors, mistakes, and misunderstandings and see only the love within each person, including yourself. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in undreamed of ways. So see only love. That's our message this week from the angels. It's to see only love in every situation that we find ourselves in. See only love. So look for the silver lining. That's basically what that means. Look for the silver lining. If you have a hard time and you're feeling yourself reacting to something and you are going to a place of fear, try just saying, I am love, I am love, I am love 3 times. It should bring you back to your center. Same works really well for grounding yourself as well. If you say ground, ground, ground 3 times, you ground yourself and you calm yourself down and stay in the center. So it's really about staying in the moment. Okay. Oh, and this card, this is really good. Be honest with yourself, especially with this full moon coming up and it being the releasing moon. This is like our message to us to be really totally honest with ourselves and to look at those things when in our life that are not working and really honestly say why they are not working. Sometimes the hidden is ourselves. We cover up things. Our mind is really a powerful thing that can tell us all sorts of little stories that get us feeling like, oh, we're in the right and everybody else is in the wrong. But we really need to be honest with ourselves, and we really need to look at why we feel that way. Why do we feel that, if something is going on and we could have a part in it, but we choose not to acknowledge or take responsibility for that? Why are we hiding ourselves from that? Yes, there is the thing about not wanting to feel the pain, not wanting to take the consequences, but realistically, all of our choices, because we have free will, we are free to choose anything we want, but we are also we have to accept responsibility for our choices. They are ours, and hey, right, wrong, indifferent, whatever ends up coming out, we need to take responsibility for that. So be really honest with yourself this week. And sort of unearth why you're out of balance, where things are, and that. Don't put this onto an external thing. Don't put this onto somebody else, because really, if you're out of balance, if your life is out of balance, you are the only person that can bring it back into balance. So take an honest look at that. Be honest with yourself. We're just talking that you're talking with yourself and you're having a dialogue and saying, I'm out of balance in this because, and get to the root of it and see if you cannot bring it back into balance. So the message on this one is, look into your heart and you will know the truth of this situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires, and they'll come to you upon angels' wings. Lovely message from the angels. So really have a dialogue with yourself, be totally honest, and then, hey, call in your angels, and they're always just right here waiting and that until we can say, hey guys, I need a little help here. And just focus on that and bringing yourself back into balance. What does that look like? What does that mean to you? Oh yes, and we have cards that are all sort of floating around, but none of them want to fly out yet, so let's see if we can get another one here. Oh, there we go. A creative project. A wonderful way, and this is like really having some shining moments here. I'll post the cards anyways underneath the video on this. Creative project. For me personally, a creative project, whenever I get into something creative, there's this whole thing of creating it. So there's a mind map going on in my head about what I am creating and how it's going to look every step of the way, or how I think it should look every step of the way, and focusing on that. But what happens is the creative process takes over, and then I start doing it, and my mind is free, and it's like this great form of meditation for me. I'm focused on creating something, whether it's a Zen doodle that I'm creating for one of my books, or the calendar, and I'm coloring it in after because, hey, I'm just kind of hooked on these things, and it really does give me an opportunity to be meditative. It's the same when I'm sewing, when I'm quilting, and that I have this whole creative force that I get so involved in the picking out of the fabrics and the colors and the textures that are going to go with the pieces that I'm putting together. And then it's the cutting out of them. And then it's starting to build the piece by piece and sewing it all together. And there's just this sense of satisfaction. It's the same when I make the angel charms. It's like picking different beads to go with different things, and just what I'm getting from that. So there's this whole creative thing. So whether it's I'm writing, I'm coloring, I'm drawing, I'm sewing, I'm beading, whatever it is I'm doing, there is much more happening than the actual activity that I am doing. I am allowing myself to express me and who I am at my core, and I am also allowing my mind to have a active meditation where I'm actually doing something, but it is free to have these thoughts flow. And sometimes the most amazing thoughts happen in that moment. So with this card, creative project, find something this week that you can do that is a creative project. And that I don't care if it's picking out some old worn out tube socks or other colored socks that you have in your drawer that, one maybe has a hole in it and the other one's perfectly good, but you can't really wear them anymore, and taking that one sock and making a snowman out of it. It could be, just something as simple as that. It could be something as simple as taking a blank piece of paper, giving yourself like a half an hour and going, okay, just draw a shape on it, any old shape on it, and start then to allow your mind and your imagination to take over and just go where the pen wants to go and draw in patterns and different things like that. It could be that you are going to be creative around how you're setting up your full moon for this week, what you're going to do. It could be as simple as being creative in your kitchen and creating a new menu. I really want you to take one creative project this week and focus on it. And that I think the angels do too, or we would not have got this card and all of this information that's flowing out of me. So take a creative project this week and work on it and feel the satisfaction of starting something and completing it and allowing your creative self to be expressed through this creative project. It will help you to bring balance and healing into your life in a positive, fun manner. Because sometimes we get a little too serious when we are going into the healing modes, and especially if with our last card about being honest with ourselves, we can get really serious and really down, but that's not the point of being honest with ourselves. It's just a point of bringing things out and moving forward. So get a creative project happening this week. Have some fun with it. The message on this is your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion towards your life. So that's some wonderful messages for this week. So this week is all about bringing balance back into our lives and some healing love into our lives, but not only to us, but to the world around us and to the global world. So take some time this week and focus on seeing only love. Be honest with yourself and a creative project. A great week. And it's guiding me for one more, and I know we're a little bit longer today than I normally am, but let's see what the last card and the last message from the angels wants to be. Giving and receiving, and have confidence. I will post these. Giving and receiving. Giving and receiving. So giving of yourself, receiving back accolades. You can receive from yourself for a change. Instead of just giving to everybody else, give to yourself. Have confidence. You've got this. I know you do. Everybody has this. We are going to go forward into a marvelous week of balance and healing. Namaste to each and every one of you. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you back here next week.